Look at my fat cat. Hello and welcome to Fairlii Friday. It's raining outside the window, and so I'm wearing a blue hat today. There is a mysterious and crazy place on the internet that every single developer hopes to one day get onto. And this place is the Wild West. For all sorts of weird and wacky video games. It's like a superstore for gaming, and that place is known as Steam. Today we're going to be talking about how I got my game, Gelli Fields, onto Steam as a Steam demo, what it was like having a demo for a game, what the process was like leading up to it, and all the things I had to do prior, what people thought about the demo, and at the end I'm going to go into the statistics for how well the demo did, so stick around for that. This is going to be awesome. So if you're new here, I'm making this game called Gelli Fields. It's basically a cozy little farming game, and it's actually kind of its own genre of game. I somehow made my own genre on accident. You basically go to different biomes fighting this corruption that's taking over the world, and then you get new crops and you hang out with your jellies, and it's very, very fun. However, this game has been in development for years, and it's just now getting a demo. Now hear me out. It's been in development for a very long time. I've done a lot of work on this game, and the reason why it's taken so long is because what I said earlier, I made a new genre of game, and this is insane. It started off as something super small. It was just like a little slime simulator game. Not a lot of people know about it, obviously, but I think it can be like an incredibly important game to a lot of people. I mean, it already is for me. I have like 60 hours on the demo myself, and I'm the guy who makes the game. But this game has taken a long time to make, but why is it just now getting a demo? Well, it's because I was just hanging out on Steam and I saw that they were doing a farming fest, and this is a farming game, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to commit to doing a Steam demo. People can finally play the game in an official manner. The game is going to be seen by new players, people that have no idea who I am, and I thought it would be a really cool opportunity for me to actually show that all this time I've spent working on this game wasn't just me twiddling my thumbs or just doing nothing. I was actually working on a video game. I'm also not an amazing game developer, so while I was making the game, I was learning new things. Mechanics needed to change. Huge parts of the game needed to be revamped. There's a lot of work that goes into making like a really good game. Okay, let's talk about the actual demo. I'm here on the Steam page, and we can go through a bunch of the different pieces of the Steam page and explain why it was really difficult to set it up, what the process was like for that. So the first thing is that you probably would like to have a nice trailer so people can see a little visual moving thing for how your game works in motion. So this is my Gelli Fields Farming Fest demo announcement trailer. I actually have edited trailers for other games in the past and also trailers for my own games. I'm an editor at heart, so this was not incredibly difficult for me. But there's a lot of things that go into making this. So you want to actually portray to the person who's watching it what the game is about. So I have to basically dumb down the game. And then obviously you want the trailer to be in the correct vibe for your game. So my game is very cozy, so this trailer is very cozy. You know, it starts off saying, "Hey there, welcome to Cantina." I'm just showing little cool sections of the game, stuff that looks visually interesting. Then a little bit of dialogue. I can go through this whole thing if I really want to, but you know, it shows off all the different mechanics. You need to farm, you need to defeat the corruption, and it shows it in a very cute and interesting way. And then at the end, it shows this nice little promotional artwork, which you can see on the side here. Gelli Fields free demo, Farming Fest. This was drawn by someone called Smash Artist. They draw a lot of stuff for me. It was not a super easy process for Smash to draw this. Obviously, this took a lot of time, so if you want to do some promotional art like this, which I would suggest that you really do make promotional art, it's gonna lead to your game being a lot more visible. Of course, you need to have your Steam page made way in advance for when you're making your demo. I would say at least like a month or 2 or 3. You have to like make the page, and then it has to be approved, and you have to like do a payment in order to put the game on. It's $100 US. Then there's a whole process of, once you have your demo, then you're going to have to submit a build of your game. They're going to have to test the build and then get back to you. And if there's an issue with the build, you're going to have to fix it and resubmit it. So it's like a long process of like a back and forth. Gelli Fields actually got like unapproved. It got not approved in Steam. It was something really trivial. Like, they said that something on the page was like misleading, and I don't know what it was. I just re-uploaded the screenshots again and then it fixed itself. I don't know, there was something weird with a screenshot. So just be prepared if you're making a demo or a Steam page that stuff like that might happen. It might take them forever to get around to approving your game. There's just a whole lot of stuff. There's also this little description, small tagline spot right here that's extremely important. I'm gonna be making a video over on the Fairlii More channel that you could check out either today or someday in the future. I'll have it linked here, like somewhere it'll pop up. This is really important, and the way you word this and the amount of words that you use and the order that you use them in is extremely important. You're basically summing up your game in as little words as possible in a way that people read and go, oh yeah, I like that. And that also extends down to the about this game section, which this took me the longest time to make for this because I wanted it to be very visual and I wanted it to look very professional and very nice. I split mine into these different sections. I have farm, jellies, relax, improve, explore, and then I put a little GIF below each of these little banners to show off what I'm talking about. And then they're all little bullet points. One of these bullet points might be a reason why you want to get the game, and then another bullet point is another one, and that kind of adds up, and then the player is kind of making like a grocery list of like, oh, I want to get that, oh, I want to get that, oh, I want to get that. And then once you reach a certain amount of things, the player is like, okay, I'll get it. For some people that really like farming games, they'll just see this first bullet point, purchase seeds, plant them, and watch them grow and be like, put that on my list, that's all I needed to see, I'm going. Now let's talk about the actual game itself, the feedback that I got from it, how people felt about it. And this is insane. I had so many people telling me that they played the demo on their PC or on their Steam Deck. They played it with mouse and keyboard, they played it with controller, and they absolutely loved the game, which is amazing to me. I really have high standards for the stuff that I want to make. I don't want to just be making any video game. I want to make a game that like serves a purpose, there's a point to it, it has an audience. This was really awesome hearing that people had so much fun with the demo. And when we get on to how the statistics were for the demo, statistics, what? When we get onto the statistics for the demo, we will see that this feedback actually reflected in the stats for the demo, which is really awesome. There were so many comments on the demo trailer of people like, this looks cool, gonna try it later. And then I'm like, okay, let me know what you think. And then they come back hours later and they're like, I just played 2 hours and I had so much fun. That's so cool. But let's go on to the statistics so I can stop blabbing about how I made a game that's actually kind of cool. My lifetime total units, which I believe is how many people clicked download on the demo, is 9,795, which you would think, wow, you have such a big YouTube channel. That's crazy that only 9,000 of them downloaded the demo. A lot of people watch game development YouTubers just because they're making a video game and they have zero intention of playing their game, of buying their game. They do not give a darn about anyone's game on YouTube. All they want to do is watch videos to get inspired to make their own game or to see ideas or tips on how to make their own game. People are kind of selfish in that way. And you know what? I don't blame them. Before I started doing game development stuff, I would watch videos on game development and I would see all these games and I just watched to see the progress on the game. I did not care about the game. I was never going to buy the game. That's totally fine. You might be that person. You might be seeing this and being like, oh, I just want to learn about Steam pages or releasing a demo. I don't care about this farming game. Who is this guy? Get him off my screen. To me, this 9,000 for getting a couple of thousand views on every video, and also the percentage of the people not caring about the game, this is a crazy number. I also didn't have crazy marketing or anything super crazy like that. So I think that this number is actually super duper crazy. Over here, my average daily users are 5. Even now, just crazy. And you can see down here that there's like these random spikes. I think this is like either when I released a video or like I did the Kickstarter. So there's just random spikes of when people see the game and then they hop on and then it just like kind of spikes up. Okay, this is the thing that I'm most excited about. The average time played is 1 hour and 13 minutes, which is basically the entire length of the demo. The demo has 2 biomes. One of them takes about 45 minutes to an hour. The other one is like anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes. So this is basically playing the entire demo, which is absolutely insane. If we go to here, this is minimum time played and the percentage of users. And if you look, 30 minutes, 54%. 31% of people played to an hour, and like 2% of people played to 5 hours. That means they were replaying the game, and that is just insane. There's so many people that have played the game and then stuck around for a while, kept playing it, maybe took a break, came back, played more. I mean, I've let people like my brother play the game and then he played like 2 hours of it and was like, okay, this is really cool. I can't wait for more. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. My demo has been amazing. But I'm gonna stop yapping about the demo and all that stuff. If you wanna support the channel and help me continue doing game development, consider becoming a member. There's a link to that in the description below. Also, if you're new here and you haven't checked out the demo, there's a link to the demo in the description as well. This has been Fairlii Friday. I'm Fairlii into Friday, and I'm wearing a blue hat. Goodbye.